Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, it's 𝗙𝗶𝗍𝗀. Thank you for coming. For the subscribers, always thank you so much for the love, the support. It always means a lot to me. And as always, thank you for the super chats. Guys, whoever does that, it really means a lot to me. It helps with the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep doing that. I really appreciate it. But also don't forget to subscribe, comment, and let's share the videos, guys. Also stay in our beautiful family in case you're new here. Well, guys, in today's video, this is something that people have been tagging me in, but like I always come here and I know I have different perspectives or different experiences as an African person or as a Ugandan person. So guys, watch this clip, come back, and let's talk about it.
So I think we should all, as white women, just admit we're jealous of black women's hair. Now, I stopped saying we should all do this, we should all do that somewhere around high school or college because I apparently am not the norm. Later in life found out I was autistic, so I apparently think about things differently. But I have always loved their hair and hated my own. And I think that a lot of this appropriative box braids, other than clout chasing and rage farming, because people do stupid shit for views, but I think a lot of it, and the reason white women get so bent out of shape, you're just jealous that their hair looks better than ours. That's why it's discriminated against, is because they have something we don't, and we just can't handle that, can we? Can we just admit we're jealous and stop with the bullshit and nonsense and just let them have their hair?
Wear braids or wear native African clothes. If we go and have an aggressive tan, we are never going to be questioned. That's white privilege. And that's why we can freely copy black women for everything they naturally are and reap benefits and even get praised on top of what another person's discrimination is all about. So how can we comfortably sit and be like, I'm wearing braids because it's only hair? No, it's not only hair. It's another person's daily struggle because it's their culture and they're not free to express it. Meanwhile, you, Karen, and you, Becky, you go out, wear the braids, get praises, and absolutely do nothing against the discrimination black women go through. That's the acceptance of compliments. That's when we are getting those compliments without correcting that, oh, thank you. This is actually a black hairstyle. This is actually, we are not even ready to question our own white privileges. That's why we are labeling it only hair, so that we can comfortably culturally appropriate another person's identity. We are using these statements to make ourselves comfortable while we know that we are doing the wrong thing. We know, deep down we know, we just don't want to say it out because we want to reap the benefits.
This black lady, are white women really that scared of black women? And I'm going to say yes. And this is my opinion as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South in Georgia in my entire life. But it's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear. It is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us and the fear of that. So we see black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights, being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway. And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I and most women have been told, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable, and it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. we would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness. I know that's not a word. Than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It is hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
Guys, I really don't care how this sounds, but this is not an attack on white women. This is simply in defense of women of color. Please be careful when it comes to jealous white women. From what I've noticed, jealous white women are some of the most vicious, scary, and downright violent personalities out there. People can talk about jealous black women, people can talk about jealous women, but when someone is used to having something their way for so long, it's almost like a spoiled child getting, like separated from their Xbox, or like not getting sweets, or not getting to stay up, or something like that. It's like they haven't done this emotional work needed to, suppress, or I guess express, or understand their jealousy and where it's coming from. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a white woman and you're listening to this, please do the work necessary to understand where your jealousy towards women of color who are successful or pretty or have something good going for them, where that's coming from, because it is negatively affecting women of color, especially black women. Because the narrative has always said that black women are supposed to be the best friend in movies, they're supposed to be the supporting characters, they're not supposed to be the main character. So when a lot of, I notice, white women, there's an internalized sort of misogyny there, but it's also racism, at its core, systemic racism, because movies have always portrayed white women, white people as the saviors, as the protagonists, as the main character. So when you see a person of color, oftentimes when you see a black woman especially winning, you don't know how to react because you have been taught that this is not the way things should go. So I'm not trying to be aggressive or whatever, I'm trying to give it to you straight. And black women, be careful. If you work with white women who you can tell are jealous of you, don't really show them what's going on. Don't tell them. Honestly, if you notice they're on that side of being jealous, I'm not saying be reserved, but just, tread lightly, because you don't want them to implode and do, commit something or do something very, damaging to you, your career, your reputation, your health, your mental health. So beware, guys.
Well, guys, as you've seen in the video, that was a white woman who came out to express how she feels about black women in particular. And there's also a black woman who explained what she has experienced as a black woman in white spaces. But when it comes to the sense of me as an African, African people, let's say we as Ugandans, we've been hidden so much from the history of us as people, or the history of the world, if I may say. So when these white women come out to say, oh, we are jealous of the way black women do their work, the way they handle their families, the way they are very hardworking, the way they have all these features that we really admire, it's somehow, actually, it's very surprising to me as an African, because where I come from, a lot of girls, a lot of us grew up admiring white features, white things, if it makes sense. Like I would see a lot of girls who want to bleach. I myself, when I was in school, I would have a lot of people, a lot of girls telling me, oh, you're too dark, you should bleach your skin, you should lighten up a bit of your skin to look to look more attractive, to look more beautiful. You should do this. Like, I saw a lot of girls doing the extreme measures just for them to look white or be white, in a sense of admiring white women. And what made that even happen was the movies that we saw on the TV, the soap operas, the love romantic, movies that we would see, like the white girls always getting the attention. So it's this mindset that I think African women have, that in our perspective, we admire a lot of the white women. And that is the African perspective. So when the black lady comes out and says, like, white women feel so bad when they are not in the center of attention, it just surprises to me that that's how they even feel. Because in the world that we live in today, like I always say, guys, we've been programmed to not love ourselves as African people, in particular women and men, to hate ourselves, hate our hair, hate our features, hate our body. Like, you saw or you see a lot of like white celebrities, for example, known to hate, or known to send hate to this person. Let's say Kim Kardashian, when she came out and did a BBL, did these changes to her body, or Kylie Jenner, when they did these changes and people were praising them having black or African features. But there's this program that has been put for us black African women or African women to hate our features, but they look good on other people, specifically white women. So me hearing that these women or white women are confessing about how they are jealous of us is really funny and surprising to me, because the world that we live in has always led them to be natural, be free with themselves, be confident, be able to have this help around themselves. Like, white women have not even been working so hard for the longest time. And so when I hear that they are even jealous of black women, I'm like, what the hell? And I kind of try to understand that being a person that has been put in a center of attention for the longest time, and then here we are in 2023, where African people are starting to love ourselves, are starting to love our hair, especially women are starting to embrace who we truly are. Of course, it brings a bit of challenges to the people, or to the women, let's say white women, who have been put on the center of the beauty standard. And it's no longer relevant to be like white, like, oh, you're white, and so like it doesn't like sound any more attractive to say like you're white. It's actually getting more disgraceful to people to come out and be proud to be even like white in some sense. So I am just thankful that we are reaching at a point where we as African women or black women are stepping into our power of knowing who we are, loving ourselves, understanding that we matter more than anybody else, loving our features, and seeing that white women envy us makes me want to even teach my kids or just girls around me that it's us that are the beauty standard of everybody. Like, we are even admired by these people that we thought we should admire, but it's because of the colonization that happened, and it just changed our mindsets that we are not enough, and indeed we are enough. We just have to believe it and push it. So it's just amazing to be in this generation of today that African people in particular are starting to step into their true power of self-love, self-discovery, self-enjoyment in some sense. Like, it just feels amazing. So guys, I don't know what I can add on this, but it's just so funny that white women are jealous of black women when they've been on the spectrum of being on the highest level over us for the longest time. That's just wild to me. Like, why would you even be jealous? Like, why? Is it because we are not hit by the sun, it doesn't affect us? Is it because we know how to fight for our rights? Like, come on guys, like, what do you even have to fight for your rights for? Like, what? You've been given everything on a silver spoon. We have to fight for whatever we have, especially African women. There's a lot of things that African women still need to conquer and need to fight and get away from, but we are getting there. So to see that white women are even threatened by our existence, they are threatened when they are no longer the center of attention, and it's no longer in their favor that they are the beauty standard of the world. Guys, who can't love that? Who can't love that? So I'm just happy that it's a time of Black love, Black self-discovery, and nothing is going to stop that. Guys, that's all I can say about this video. It just feels amazing as an African that the people that I grew up admiring are actually the ones that envy me for the things that I was gifted naturally from the God or the creator of the world. Like, that is insane and pretty cool for me to hear. And just hearing it coming from a white woman herself confessing her jealousy on the Black women, on the Black women. Come on now, come on now. So guys, that was it for me today in this video. It just feels amazing seeing these things unfold in this time of revelation. It's a beautiful time to be alive, to be born, to be present, especially as an African person. Wow. Yeah, guys, that was it for me today in this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. In case you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, comment, let me know what you think about this. Like, do you really think white women envy us? Like really envy us? Wow. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.